Sawasdee krap and welcome to another week in review for Thailand News Today. Now, it's been one of those weeks where we've had everything from an easing of restrictions to Chinese anal swabs. So let's go back and check out all those main stories from a full week in review. Police say two men were gunned down at the Phuket bus terminal by a colleague at the terminal along the stretch of Thep Kasatri Road heading into Phuket town on Saturday night. The incident happened at about 10:15 p.m. with the local police chief arriving along with medical staff from Washira Hospital shortly after the incident. A 60-year-old, the alleged gunman, was waiting to surrender at the scene when police arrived. Police say the man appeared to be drunk and told them he'd had a serious argument with the two men and decided to take their life with his gun. Police found a 50-year-old lying on the ground in front of a taxi service stand and a 54-year-old lying dead by the counter of a 24-hour car park service kiosk.
At least 19 COVID cases have been traced back to two parties. One was a 5-day New Year's celebration party in Chiang Mai. The other was a birthday party in Bangkok for a famous TV celebrity and radio show host on January 19th. A senior police officer in Bangkok is the latest case possibly linked to the Bangkok party cluster. The officer tested positive for COVID-19 after coming in contact with someone who attended the celebrity's birthday at the Vertical restaurant and bar on top of the Banyan Tree Hotel. After the party, the actor Taeshin Ploypet, also known as DJ Matum, as well as other attendees, later tested positive for COVID-19. DJ Matum also attended a New Year's celebration in Chiang Mai from January the 1st to the 5th, which is also linked to a number of cases. A trailer truck has driven into an accident scene, crashing into 9 vehicles and critically injuring a police officer who was diverting traffic in Surat Thani's main district. Luckily, rescue workers and another police officer were able to jump out of the way before the truck plowed through the accident scene and into a roadside tire shop. 2 people are still being treated for minor injuries. Police officers were directing traffic around the accident scene, but the trailer truck drove through, crashing into 7 motorcycles and 2 pickup trucks. A police officer directing traffic was rushed to the hospital with serious head injuries. A lottery vendor was also injured and sent to the hospital. The 26-year-old driver says he had a problem with the brakes. Now, many say that the COVID-19 nasal swab test is not pleasant, but don't worry. Now there's a new test in China, an anal swab test. And they say it's way more effective at detecting a coronavirus infection. After a COVID-19 infection was detected at a primary school in Beijing, more than 1,000 teachers, staff members, and students were tested using the anal swab method, as well as the usual nose and throat swab tests. According to doctors, the alternative anal tests can, quote, increase the detection rate and is likely to be used more often.
Police arrested a 45-year-old Buddhist monk for allegedly getting high on methamphetamine at a temple in the northeastern province of Buriram. The monk allegedly told police that a follower gave him the drugs as a merit gift and convinced him to take it. Local police say they received a complaint from the Bangkok Mueang temple's abbot, claiming that a monk at the temple was acting suspiciously and that the monk could be involved in illegal activities. Police investigated the claim and had the monk do a drug test. The monk tested positive for drugs and was then forced to leave the monkhood. His explanation to police was that a follower had offered him the drugs as well as the equipment to take the drugs as a merit gift. But the man had a history of drug use and apparently became a monk to start a new life. He had been arrested in the past for allegedly possessing 15 methamphetamine pills. By the way, if you'd like to follow the Thaiger, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can get alerts as well. And don't forget to catch up with all the latest news. It's always at thethaiger.com. We've also got a Facebook page, so there's plenty of opportunity there for you to comment as well. And we sometimes read out your comments in the Tower of Babel. Plenty happening on the Thaiger next week. We look forward to taking you along with us on the journey, and we'll see you then.